The round table.
Gentlemen,
Aye.
let's broaden our minds.
Lay on, gentlemen, and let them know what's what. Fire at will. It's time for action, gentlemen.
Gentlemen of the round table.
What's the topic of discussion?
Civility, gentlemen. Always civility.
All right, we're ready to go.
Thank you. I don't feel good.
That's why I said you look good.
Is that why you're holding
You have
your
been
breast?
touching your breast today all day. I've been hanging out with you since 4 p.m. and you have done nothing but touch your breast all day.
The other day I had a shirt, and every time I touch my breast,
once a week she gets a shirt.
The buttons would pop open at work.
Now it's time for that shirt to go back in the closet.
Eddie, pray. So
In the name of the Father and the Son, make sure you touch yourself while I pray.
Yes,
In the name of
please.
the Father and the Son and the
Lord
Holy
demands
Spirit.
Breasts will bounce.
Amen. Dear God, I woke up with a cold this morning.
You're like one of those invisible children.
And I just was curious why you would let me live in a world where I could have a cold. If you were a decent God, I'd be well.
He is so mad at God.
What happened in Coney too? Where were you on that for a long time? In that video those kids made, and they're all dancing around for no reason.
You mean Coney Island?
Yes, that huge island called Africa.
Eddie tackling the tough issues.
Do some better work, God. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
So you equated genocide with your cold that you woke up with this morning. Very nice, Ed. Welcome to the round table.
What's on the mind, bro?
Welcome to the round table. Who is everybody here?
Jack Zebrowski. Eeyaw! Eeyaw! Donkey in the room.
Ed Larson.
Holden McNeely.
Kevin Barnett.
I'm Ben Kissel in the Chuckle Hub. We got two all-stars. We got Henry Zebrowski.
Hey, I'm back.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry I did that.
It was good. And Amber Nelson. Thanks for being here, Amber.
Oh, yeah.
I want to hug you both so much. All right.
I still want to hug Amber more.
No, I would rather hug you on account that...
It's like a
You get it.
Kool-Aid thing.
Yeah, you got the fat to make my dick hard. You know, with where I want to put my penis. All right, with us as always, Marcus Parks. Always want to stick my dick in him.
Okay. Good.
What do you got? Do you have news stories?
I do. An earless baby bunny that was a rising star on Germany's celebrity animal scene had his 15 minutes of fame brought to an abrupt end when he was accidentally stepped on by a television cameraman.
Where's the rabbit? I can't find him. Where's the rabbit? Where's the rabbit? Oh, no.
I wish I could happen to Whitney Cummings.
You should have worn the snow boots to work.
Man, that fucking... How is the deformed rabbit the star of German television?
Did you see the rabbit? It's adorable.
Look at it.
It's got no ears. The cutest part of a rabbit. It looks like a big gerbil.
Gerbils
Actually,
are very cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
But
looks
it's a
like
rabbit.
one of those KFC chickens, like without a beak.
Yeah.
They just murder immediately.
I feel so bad for this cameraman. I mean, I would assume he had to get fired. He killed
Absolutely.
the star. I mean,
you gotta get fucking rid of this guy.
I'm sure that a cameraman did something very similar during the filming of Mission Impossible 3 to Tom Cruise. He just like stepped on him and found him on the bottom of his
Stepped on
shoe.
his shoulder.
Here's how it actually happened. The cameraman hadn't seen, and by the way, the bunny's name is Till.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah. Till had buried himself in hay when the cameraman took the fateful step backward. Zoo director Uwe Dempelwolf tells Spiegel magazine
Africans.
Till
It's a
didn't.
German. He's a German.
He told the magazine that Till didn't suffer. Quote, "It was a direct hit."
Right to the brain.
What the fuck does Spiegel mean? I always thought that was just a made-up word to sound German.
No, it means newspaper.
Oh, okay.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Didn't have any ears. He didn't know he was coming.
I know you
The
can't
fucking
hear.
zoo handler's the one who should be taking the blame on this. He's just letting it play in hay and not keeping watch on it. That's his
agree.
whole fucking job.
Get this fucking hay wrangler on the goddamn phone putting hay everywhere because bunnies nestle in hay.
Do they?
Apparently they do, yeah.
That's the thing. If you're going to have Bunny on set, you need to have rubber hay. It's kind of a new
Yeah, everybody knows it.
Was this bunny deaf or it just didn't have ears?
It just didn't have ears.
I bet you it had.
Was everything like really loud or not as loud?
They don't really go into that.
We'll never know.
Right. Amber, if you could get inside the brain of the bunny, how do you think you hear?
I think everything would be sort of like a tunnel, like you're in a tunnel and you hear it.
Loud but not loud.
Kind of muffled and loud, just lots of like, "Whoa, where are my steppers?"
That's what I
And
hear
then
every
you're
time
dead.
Holden has sex with this lady when I'm jacking up in the living room.
Where are my carrots? Where are my carrots?
Holden's always asking for his carrots.
Yo, I'm gonna give you the carrots. I'm gonna give you the carrots.
Oh, I just wish you'd be like a bunny with no ears. And she's like,
I tell you what, I thought I found a carrot, ended up taking a bite out of my own cock. So, gotta turn those lights on when you plan to eat and fuck. That is Holden's lesson for the day. Tune in next week where we'll talk about
I guess this happens when I was growing up during what is it, fall, when all the trees lose their leaves. There's always
that is fall. Yeah,
is that right?
Yeah,
Did I get the season right?
Yeah, when the leaves fall off the trees.
That's fall.
Yes.
All right. That's
Or
what I
the
guess that's what
apocalypse.
What's that?
Or the apocalypse. Either
true.
or.
That's when the trees melt.
Every year though, there's a story about kids burrowing in the leaves, and their father runs over them with the family fork. You've heard stories like that.
I had a great story, good farm story. There was a kid hiding in the wood chipper, playing hide and go seek.
Good place to hide.
And the dad turned it on, and his fucking kid's shoe fell out the bottom of it.
So we found the kid. So he's the winner of the game.
Yeah, the kid now has a bench in a park.
Very nice. An idiot kid hiding in the wood chipper. A lot of kids do that. Some kids hide in washing machines. Then they turn on the washing machines or in the dryer. You can hide in a freezer. That you'll die then too.
One kid hid in a microwave.
How?
In a microwave?
He just was very small. He hid in there, and nobody found him. And they found him like a year later after he was missing.
And he was a
just,
bowl of chili.
bones and rotted flesh.
I think someone was just playing hide and seek with a baby that couldn't walk or talk, and they just put it in the microwave.
Right. Yeah. There was actually a story. A mother killed their kid that way a couple of years back. Put it in the microwave and turned it on. I don't know how long it takes. Maybe there's like a pre-setting
3
where
minutes on high.
you put it on, so it's like you put it on the same setting as like day-old pizza. You hit number 4 and it goes for 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Nastiest, most nonsensical way to kill your kid. I mean, it's just gross. You're just making it gross
disgusting.
for yourself.
It's so
I don't know. You don't
crazy,
just
though.
take it and throw it away. You don't have to open up the microwave.
I put
Can't just
things
throw
in the
away your
microwave for like 5 minutes and then eat them. But if I went in the microwave for 5 minutes, I'd explode.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, here's what the story that
it is
Ben was
wild.
talking about. The woman's name was Mirabelle Taulo.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
This is
Why of course.
This is in Sacramento. This is in Sacramento, California. They said the baby died from extensive thermal injuries.
You mean it was in a microwave
It was
too long?
Yeah, it was cooked to death.
Yeah, it was cooked to death. Yeah, and this is one of 3 baby in the microwave murders lately. One happened in Dayton, Ohio, one in Galveston, Texas, and one in New Kent County, Virginia.
All shitty fucking
terrible.
places.
I can kind of see why they would do it, you know, because kids are a huge responsibility. They wake you up at night. What if you didn't really want it?
Right.
And you
Put
just
it in
wake
the-
up one
it's like,
night and
why-
you're like, I want to
why would
fucking
you-
murder you in the worst way possible, you know? I want to put you in a goddamn microwave.
I
But
would
it's like
drown
it's
it
so
in the bathtub.
bad. Yeah, you put them in a
Yeah.
microwave,
Drown
you
it.
ruined your microwave.
That's true.
Drown it in the bathtub. Oh, I was giving it a bath. It accidentally
It makes sense though. When you're pregnant, they call it a bun in the oven. You know, after it's born, what do you do with something that needs to be reheated?
Drown it.
Put it in the microwave.
But if you drown it,
If I
you
was
always drown it.
If I was going
buns
to
all
kill my
crusty.
baby, I would just be driving down the highway down the highway, going to a fucking Skynyrd concert, Skynyrd cover band concert.
Right.
Fucking throw it out the window. We're going 110 down the freeway.
But someone's definitely going to find it.
Yeah,
probably
they're gonna
feed
find
it-
it. It might not die.
Yeah,
it's gonna die. It's gonna
I'd feed it to a pack of pigs. Like, I would just throw it
Yeah,
in the
that's the
barn.
best way to do it.
That's the best way to take care
Very
of any
Hannibal-like.
dead body.
Yeah. Just let him eat it. The body's disposed of, so nobody will know.
Dude, they snarl for that shit.
I think it's Kick-Ass where the bad guy puts his enemies in a large human microwave, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's pretty great. But apparently, what were you
Oh,
going
no,
to say?
you pit your baby against another baby in a sort of baby cage fight.
Do you give them little
Only one
razors?
of
Yeah,
them.
you tie. I was gonna say that you glue razors to their bodies.
Yeah, just like
Great. I would love to
just
watch
like
that.
cockfighting. Exactly like it.
But you just throw them at each other, let them fall into each other.
Then you're just throwing babies.
Yeah, where was that episode of Rugrats? That would have been fucking awesome.
That would have been great. The Thunderdome episode of Rugrats.
Yeah.
Or
It's got the mind of a child. It's a baby.
you can get off completely innocent, have your baby fight a baby gorilla. Clearly, the
Gonna
baby gorilla's gonna win. She's like, I'm not a fucking biologist. I have no idea.
Speaking of babies, what's the difference between Snooki's womb and a
Don't do
dumpster
it.
in Atlanta?
What?
There's an alive baby in the dumpster. All right. Look at the laughter, Marcus. Hear the laughter.
It's fine.
Man, it's a good joke. I like
fine.
it.
It's a fine joke, Ben.
I like it.
Thank you. All right, moving on.
Moving on, Colorado
She's like a
police.
mother, though.
She is a mother.
She's gonna be a mother.
Do you think she should put her baby in the microwave?
She should have fucking ripped that shit out of her the second she knew that it had been contracepted.
She was already 6 months pregnant by then.
I know, isn't that
Yeah.
ridiculous? She's like already showing.
Do you guys? She was.
She just found out that she's going to be a child.
Well, she found out
person.
a month in, and she said that she was drinking the entire time. Does a fetus? Can it already be fetally alcoholized?
Yeah.
If the fetus is a pussy.
Right. Yeah.
My aunt was drinking and smoking her whole pregnancy. I mean, granted, her kid turned out to be a real piece of shit because his mom was the type that didn't care, but he was fully functional with his brain and his fingers.
Really? How are
How about his knees? How are his knees and his toes?
We got to get back to some of this 40s science, some of this 1940s science. I mean, there was more fun back then, just in general, by the way we were learning.
If you were a pediatrician, what would you do to a nice child in the 40s?
If I were a pediatrician, I'd probably try to save some animals in a doctor's office.
That's a veterinarian.
PETA was a PETA joke.
Fuck you.
That was a PETA joke. Marcus, if you ever diss me for my fucking jokes again, there's a PETA joke going on over here.
God, I really need the gun in here right now. I'm just gonna put in a gunshot on that one. I don't even have the gun. You're still gonna get a gunshot.
Holden McNeely, terrible person, worst comedian. Tagline.
Oh man! All right.
It's a thinker. It's just
not a thinker.
Not a
It is
thinker.
like
It's not a
the
thinker.
opposite of a thinker.
dissect.
I just want to go back to medicine when like cigarettes were good for your teeth and cocaine was good for headaches.
Yeah.
That was an awesome time.
Don't you love science fiction movies back when science was much duller than it is now? And like all the robots were sort of human-like?
Hello, I am Cracknor, and you're just like, yeah, dude.
Yeah. 1950s future is amazing.
Yeah. You could probably take a hot air balloon to space, to the moon.
Yeah.
They developed the human, that fake tiger. You saw that video, right? The four-legged beast that the military made that can hunt down anything, anywhere. It never gets tired.
Never gets tired? Yeah.
Oh, you got to check it out, dude.
We're
I
all
don't know
gonna
enough
die.
about it
Have
to
you
really talk
seen
about it.
the coordinated swarm flying?
The little
machines?
flies, yeah.
They're like these drones that roam in packs, and the way they work, they're like they network them together so they work in unison, and they use it like for like super tight assassin missions
done,
in the
man.
fucking caves of Afghanistan. What do you mean we're done? We got the shit.
No,
We're
but they're gonna
we're
turn it on us, dude.
No, never in 1,000 years, man. No, they love us.
damn it. What a naive
American
mind
government
you have.
loves us, man. They love us. They're not gonna hurt us, bro.
Keep on making them laugh.
God damn it, man. These machines are gonna fucking kill us.
I'm going to be
He's
the
crying.
jester for the new American dictator, and I'm just putting it in now. All right, I will help make the new American king laugh.
I got a story about a woman being killed by a machine.
That sounds great.
Nice.
A Los Angeles woman was found dead yesterday after apparently committing suicide with a chainsaw.
Oh,
She committed suicide with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do that.
great.
She was found
yes,
inside her home with a chainsaw wound on her neck.
Yeah, you just throw it up in the air and try to catch it.
With your mouth.
I knew a guy back in Louisiana who was working out in the fields, and he said, excuse me, gentlemen," and he walked out, and then he committed suicide with a chainsaw, tried to cut his own neck off, but the thing is, you can't keep holding it, so it just went, like down his whole body, and it just like did a little bit of his neck, and then just fucking fucked up the rest of his body, and he just bled to death.
Wow, there's a scene like that in Hatchet, the horror movie.
yeah.
Great murder. How did you know anybody who saw his body?
I didn't know the people that saw his body, no.
You didn't get any like phone pictures?
Any sweet phone. Oh, this is before like phone pictures.
Could have gone viral.
Sad.
Yeah. So
That's
many
really
cool
too
things happened before the internet, you know?
Chainsaw is a great way to kill yourself. Artie Lang stabbed himself in the stomach how many times with a knife?
13.
13.
Jeez.
I think a
Butcher's
chainsaw.
knife.
Yeah, chainsaw's
How did that even happen? How did you live from that?
13 after your 6th or 7th time. Take it easy. just stop.
I'm sure like the ones after that weren't as deep because he wasn't as strong.
Right.
Or he's like running on
Matthew-
adrenaline,
Yeah.
you know?
Like Matthew Lillard at the end of Scream when they stabbed each other. Oh, that's
love that
great.
shit.
So what would you rather do, Jackie, if you're going to kill yourself? You got a chainsaw, you got a butcher knife, or you have... What's another nice... a gun, I
Pills.
guess. Well, pills are a woman's way out.
Chainsaw then.
way out.
I mean,
Pills is the best way.
Pills
It's
is
the best way, but it's not the... No, it's,
I don't think it's the most surefire. I mean, I feel like people all the time are getting
Golden
resuscitated
Gate
after.
Bridge, man.
That's why I feel like a
jump off the
fucking
Golden Gate Bridge?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Jump off a bridge or hang yourself or something like that. I
a
want.
chainsaw though is definitely gonna do the job. If you fucking put a chainsaw to your neck, it's
Right.
going
I
to
don't
rip
know. I mean, that
apart
just
your
seems
neck.
so
You are
ineffective
going
and-
to die.
Yeah, but you're gonna die. But this is like the toughest way to do it.
That's fine. You're already fucking choosing the pussy way out. If you're gonna choose the pussy way out, you might as well die.
I might disagree with you on the pussy
pussiest
way out.
What? Killing
Suicide- okay,
yourself?
so suicide
Killing
of pills
yourself
is the pussy way-
the pussiest
Oh,
way
please,
out.
please.
It
Not
is
with a
a pussy
chainsaw.
way out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Not when you do it with
it
the
is.
chainsaw.
No, it is.
No,
No, it's
suicide
very
is the
pussy.
pussiest
No,
way
you
out.
got to take out
pussy.
people with you.
Exactly.
Okay,
you're
so if
gonna
it was a
die,
murder
take out-
suicide, you wouldn't think that was so pussy.
Yeah.
No, I'd kill Henry first, and I'd kill myself.
Oh,
That's nice.
That is nice. It's like What Dreams May Come.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that movie is so sad.
It's the saddest. It's the saddest.
It goes through hell to get to her. Oh my god, she's such a piece of shit. Kills herself. Fucking kills herself.
Movie reviews with Jackie Zebrowski.
She sounds like Roger Ebert does now. It's just very scary.
I loved it when she committed suicide.
My tongue fell out.
Holden, what were you going to say?
What? No.
You had something to say about suicide and cancer? Nothing? All right.
No, I'm shooting blanks today.
All right.
Either way, I
save
think
some
it's a good way to
animals.
kill yourself.
Next story. Colorado police have ticketed a man who is accused of tying his cat to a rock after it refused to go jogging with him.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's the fuck gonna teach cat anything?
Sometimes you gotta fucking discipline a cat.
I don't know
Cats are
what's illegal.
selfish pieces of shit. All that thing did was get tied to a rock.
God damn
no,
it,
that's
Sesame.
not-
God
that's
damn
not-
it, Sesame. I told you to go outside and get me some milk and some toilet paper. Sesame, I'm gonna fucking put you in a bucket of water and freeze you in the freezer.
Yeah, it's not like he fucking threw the rock in a lake.
Now, here's what happened to the cat while he was tied to the rock.
Oh no.
Yeah, the man tied the cat to the rock, continued on his run, and then while the cat was leashed to the rock, birds began attacking it.
Oh,
Sweet
damn.
revenge.
I love that the birds are just sitting there like, oh, we got this. nigga.
That is literally like the Greek myth, the Prometheus.
Sisyphus?
No. Prometheus, who gave fire from the gods to humans,
Sisyphus.
was
And then you got
punished
the yeah.
by being tied to a rock, and then birds ate his liver over and over and over again.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Sisyphus couldn't get that rock up.
Yeah, the fucking rock,
mountain.
Jackie. Just let it go.
This reminds me of my friend Pete's dad, Jerry. He has cerebral palsy. He's in a bad way now.
Is he tied to a rock?
He's not tied to a rock, but I just thought about this story. He took the family cat. It was a gal. It was Tracy was her name, and he took the family cat, put her in a cage, and then drowned it in a 10-gallon bucket. This is what the dad did because he didn't like the cat, and forever, his daughter
Hated him?
Well, she was upset with it. They were surprisingly cordial.
Yeah.
Considering how much you would think to hate
He was sick.
Still just a fucking cat.
it is still just a cat, and that was his mind, but it's a pretty brutal way to kill a cat.
Yeah, no, you don't do that.
Potato sack in a river.
I don't understand how it's
Nah,
illegal.
dress it up like Superman, throw it off the Empire State Building.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No.
It's a cat.
I have no idea.
Sometimes you got to do it because, like, my mom, we had a lot of cats hanging out around the house.
Sometimes you got to do it.
Sometimes you got to do it because if you don't do it, they're going to go out in the woods and get feline AIDS and worms.
That's true.
So she put cats in a McDonald's bag and just threw them away. Right
That's
in front
fine.
of me.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know if that's
It's not fine. No.
Here's what used to happen with us all the time. I don't know if anybody else who grew up in a cold climate
I'm so afraid of
experienced
what
this.
you're about to say about these cats.
No, what would happen is that we didn't actually do this to the cats. What the cats would do during the wintertime is they would sleep right next to the engine of a car because that's the warmest place.
Not a Native American.
Yeah. They would sleep right next to the engine, and whenever the car,
asshole.
whenever the car car started, the fan belt and like the propeller on the engine would just chop them to pieces.
Right.
No, it's like an abortion.
Yeah, it is. You're living with squirrels all the time.
Yeah,
What are those called? Sucking backs?
Sucking backs. Yeah, they take the
There's
baby out.
nothing like having to clean an engine from just a bunch of pieces of cat.
If you find its cute head, it's almost fine.
It ruins your morning.
I just thought I had I don't know, it's kind of off topic, but someone said something about jumping out of buildings. Do you think during 9/11, if somebody would have put on a cape before they jumped off like the 90th floor?
I mean, they would have been the funniest of all the victims.
Yeah, really?
I mean, is it the funniest or is it the most sad and fucked up?
There was this one.
If we find out he was retarded, then yeah, it's sad.
Well, I would
Funny. I thought that was going to be funnier.
Or if you just really believe that you put on a Spider-Man costume that you could climb down the side of the building and you're just like, guys, I think I got this.
There was that one guy that masturbated and jumped off the side of the building.
Oh, really?
9/11. Yeah, he's masturbating on the roof. They took it down off
His
YouTube.
come all the way down.
His woo, just
That
like
guy's
coming.
a genius.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
If you had to get an abortion, Jackie, are you going with the fucking suck, or are you going to go with, I guess, what, they have pills? How else do they give abortions?
Well, the pills are for 2 months or less, and so
Okay.
if you're over
So do you
2
have like
months
several
pregnant,
pamphlets on abortions?
I mean, I know all about it. Yes, if you're
Good.
over 2 months pregnant, then they do the suck and fuck.
And
You can also
It's no fun.
Which is the actual clinical name of that, by the way. The doctor comes in and he's just like, are you prepared for the suck and fuck procedure?
That's how I got in this
They
situation.
put like an instrument up into your uterus and they chop it to pieces and they suck it out with a vacuum.
And they call it Mogo juice.
Oh yeah, it's really fun.
he like
It's like a
threads
fun
it through the
thing.
fly of his pants.
Oh yeah.
yeah, you could also take some moon tea
oh
and
yeah.
just shit it out.
Oh, yeah. It's a little nerdy thing we got going. Game of Thrones! Yeah!
I don't have any of that stuff, but I do have a lot of
not
emergency contraceptive in my house.
Good.
At Planned Parenthood, they give them away every time you go there. So I've got about like
How many
8
times have
Plan
you-
B pills.
Do they go bad?
They do not go bad. That was before I had insurance.
I guess bleach
and that's
doesn't
where
go
you got-
bad either.
That's where I got my birth control. I used
That's
to get
the
my
thing.
birth control
And
there.
Plan C pills are just a hammer. So that's
No,
a
it's
difficult.
kind of crazy though, because I used to get my birth control there, and every time you go for birth control, I have insurance now, so I don't have to go there. But when I did, they would give you Plan B pills just in case.
Wow. So how many times have you been to Planned Parenthood in your life?
I mean, probably like 8 to 10 in
That's
like
not much.
getting.
Yeah, because you got to get the pills.
Yeah, I had to go get the pills when I didn't have insurance. So every time I went, they would give me Plan B pills. So I have a bunch. So if you guys ever need to get an abortion,
That's
or if you
amazing.
have a
I can't believe you're
girlfriend
just
that
telling me
needs
this
that-
now.
Yeah. I've
What
got
happens if a
them.
guy takes them?
Yeah, I
wonder?
want one.
You get trapped.
You cry. I've watched someone take them and they're like, oh, nothing's gonna happen to me. This dude in college, and there's so many hormones in them that they make you cry.
Oh.
You will cry for days.
So if we need a good cry,
yeah, you can take some Plan B pills.
Sometimes
and
I gotta
make,
get it out
and
of
like
me.
have your belly be really
I had a good
upset.
cry
sad.
Or you could just cry like a regular human fucking being, but that's fine.
I mean, some people need help. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might take one like when someone close to me dies, just so I make sure I
all the
cry.
time.
A little morning, Plan
So
B.
people don't
Leonard's-
see you for the sociopath that you are.
Yeah, that's true. Cry at the wedding. You have to cry at the wedding, otherwise they're
weird.
going to know you killed the person.
I work with women, and working with women has made me cry more than anything has ever made me cry in my
terrible
entire
people,
life.
right?
I cry all the time.
Yeah.
I
They're hard to
just
be
don't
around.
Cry at the top of like drop of a hat.
Amber, you find yourself crying a lot?
I tend to hold it in
Good.
and then cry during like a Katy Perry video that I saw once. You know, it's like let it all out at the dumbest moment.
Liquids definitely leave my body during a Katy Perry video
Well,
as well.
apparently Katy Perry isn't sexy enough to stay with Russell Brand. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
What,
Yeah,
you said she wasn't sexy enough?
No, Russell Brand. He said that she wasn't kinky enough because
Well, I'm sure she
apparently-
wasn't kinky
because
enough.
But
Russell
look at
Brand-
her though.
Yeah,
How
you
is
still
she
have to
not?
have sex. You can't just lie there with your big
No,
old
he was
tits.
into fucking wheelchair.
No,
porn.
she used to do like Christian music. She's not kinky.
She's not kinky. She wants to date Tim Tebow.
Are you kidding? No.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift just went out on a date with
But
Taylor
Katy
Swift.
Perry
What is
tweeted that she
happening here?
wanted to.
Taylor Tebow. What is going on?
All right, I will tell the listeners. Spring has just kicked in New York City.
Spring fever.
You
So
know what
yeah,
happens during the fall.
Whenever spring comes, people get drunk a lot earlier. myself included.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not drunk.
Sure. Keep going, Marcus.
All right, next story. A 56-year-old man was buried yesterday under 20 feet of pinto beans at the warehouse where he had worked for more than 12 years.
Yeah, farted up to heaven.
You feel like you know the layout of the place a little better.
For an hour, dozens of rescue workers moved several tons of beans to get to him. But he
Kinda
was
like a Mexican
ultimately
Scrooge
found
McDuck.
Yeah.
Several tons of beans. Several tons of beans. He would have had a chance to move while it was pouring onto him, right? Or was he just kind of standing there for a while?
Yeah.
He probably thought it was funny for a little while. He's like, hey, look at all these beans. Look at all these.
So you can't swim through beans?
No.
Why can't you? Get
It's like trying to swim through Jello,
Yeah,
man.
swimming through dirt or something, baby.
You can swim through Jello.
No, you can't.
Why can't you?
Because you just sink to the bottom. How are you supposed to? It has no buoyancy.
Had they tried burping? It worked in the Willy Wonka film.
God damn it, man.
You know, did you hear this? I was reading a story about this guy in Germany who was caught in an avalanche, and he was caught with it was this weird circumstance. He was caught with this keg of beer, and he drank the majority of the keg of the beer, and then pissed himself, and the snow melted around him, and he managed to dig his way out.
Yeah.
It's outstanding.
Another
That's pretty
German
sweet,
saved
right?
by PJ.
That's a great fucking. He should be the poster boy for Miller Lite.
Yeah.
He should be on those commercials. Be like, I used bitter piss to save my life. No, you couldn't too. You don't try with it.
All right, let's do another take.
He's not a real talker, but he definitely used beer piss to save his life.
Take 74.
That's what you're supposed to do when you get an avalanche. You're supposed to spit.
Piss. You piss.
Has anyone here passed out in a snowdrift?
Yes.
No.
So have I, yeah.
I
It's
stay
it's
inside.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, I never
big cold
leave
pillow.
the house.
That's
I have
probably
my
for the best.
I know when I leave the house during the winter, it's normally in my Snuggie. So when I'm out there, no.
And that's just when your girlfriend takes you out to go poo poo. You fucking animal. Yeah, the
Your
pee-pee.
leopard snuggie.
I have one.
I know.
You wear it ironically for 2 seconds, and then you realize it's incredibly comfortable and warm.
You like the Snuggie, huh?
Yeah, you could poop if you wore diapers and just slapped on a Snuggie. That's a great Saturday. Just fucking ribs, Snuggie.
Yeah, what's
four
the
joints?
What's the least you've ever moved in a day? Do you know that
It's
day?
like such a David Crosby move.
Well, you just get up.
Snuggie in a diaper.
You've never just laid in one spot until you fell asleep in that spot and then went to your bed.
Yeah, then you get sores. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but you don't do it every day. You do it once a week.
I watched.
It's a healthy amount to do it.
You think about things. You get ideas. You write stuff down.
What
you
was the
think about
last
your
idea
life.
that you had?
Last
Not moving
idea
for 24 hours.
was probably
Like, I need to move.
Oh, I think it was literally pizza donuts.
Why haven't they made pizza donuts?
I had to look through my notepad on my phone and my various ideas.
Pizza donuts. What would be your...
Fucking progressive, man.
What kind of pizza donut do you want to order?
I mean, you get the Maroni or you get a fucking onion cheese, man.
That's the thing, because it starts out like breakfast and ends up being lunch. So it's got the glaze on the outside like a donut.
But the
and then you
glaze,
get into
but
the
it's not a
center of
sugary
it.
glaze. It's like a or I guess it's sweet
It could be,
savory.
yeah.
glaze.
Yeah, sweet savory. You garlic glaze on a zeppoli, like a pizza, like those
dude.
Italian donuts, like a zeppoli.
Yes.
You
An
fucking
jalapeno
jam
pizza?
it with pepperoni, cheese, and sauce, and then you cover the whole thing in a fucking garlic glaze.
Dude,
Right?
do this. Man.
Please.
I love it when
hungry
fat
now.
guys talk about food.
I was so happy.
You can see the joy in his face. It's beautiful.
Oh man, the new thing we got at the poorhouse that my buddy Chef Andy made.
Ain't nobody care about the poorhouse. He's talking about these pizza
Peanut
donuts.
butter and jelly chicken wings.
Peanut butter and jelly chicken wings?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And instead of blue cheese, it's bacon marshmallow fluff that you dip it in. It's so good.
The American Empire is at an end.
Yeah, no shit. Al Qaeda has won the war. What the fuck?
Wait, we have to do 9/11 too. No, just sit back. Let them do it to themselves.
This is our 9/11. I'll never forget peanut butter and jelly chicken wings. The chicken didn't deserve to die in such a terrible method.
I can't wait for you to try them. You're
Hey,
gonna
I'll
yo,
like 'em.
disrespect
I'll love
them
'em.
dead
If
chickens
somebody
like
were
that, man.
if someone were to cut you up, what would you want? What glaze would you want put over you?
Butter, garlic.
You want to be butter? I want
butter garlic parmesan cheese glaze.
I want
like
seppuku.
You want a shrimp scampi type thing going on.
Yeah. I want to be white.
Ooh, a coconut shrimp would be good.
Vagina juice. Just vagina juice on me.
Be the first and last time you've ever had it.
Man, I'm gonna be covered in fucking keef and fucking smoked by an Arabian king.
Hell yeah. I was thinking about that, yeah. Weed and linguine clam sauce. I've been talking about it a lot lately.
Really?
It's good dinner, and I want to get covered in that.
Oh, all right. I want a nice Supaku hot wing sauce. It's very dangerous, but it'll be a challenge for somebody to eat, and that would be good.
You're a challenge for somebody. You're so big.
Yeah.
You're so big.
You're so big and just
Thank you.
Gross.
meaty.
Yeah, I bet your meat smells.
Amber,
Yeah, like-
would you like to fuck me? Does Amber want to fuck me?
Let me lick that Supercoo off the bones.
I think that's a no.
Yeah, she's just like,
Oh, okay.
I'll put you on a Jessica 3000. That's like one of those long spits where you put a person on and roast them on a fire.
It's called the Jessica 3000?
Yeah, that's the machine name. It's a long pole. You put it up their butthole, out their mouth, and you put them on a pit of fire, and you roast them alive. Because the meat tastes better the longer they're alive.
Real? How long would it take, like, Eddie, how long would it take to cook you?
Me? Oh, man, probably like a day.
Yeah,
A full day?
Yeah, a long time.
how big was the pig we cooked for the pig roast? How much weight?
That was like 30 pounds, and it
And
took
how
like,
much are you?
It was like a tenth of
I
an
am
egg.
260 pounds
So-
now.
You're 260? We weigh the same?
I'm bigger than I ever have been. It's so sad.
You look good, though.
Yeah, you look real good, man. I think it's mostly muscle.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you look powerful,
Thanks.
man.
I mean,
Yeah,
even your
appreciate
breasts look great.
My breasts are full
Also,
now.
you have to factor in. That's the thing. You also have to factor in the ball weight. If you just put his balls on like a little platter and weigh
Yeah.
just him without the ball fucking.
Yeah, it's like me holding a largemouth bass.
Yeah. Those
This
balls
man
are
is 9 pounds too heavy. Tell him to put down the fish.
All right, we got one last story. An 88-year-old woman was strangled yesterday on a Long Island Railroad escalator that commuters said was malfunctioning for months. Irene Bernatsky was killed after she fell and her clothes became entangled in the threads of the moving stairs.
When you're that old, you just die in different ways.
The older you get, the stranger the death.
She was just waiting to be dead anyway, right? When you get to that point where it's just like, oh, how am I gonna die? Every day you wake up and you wonder, how am I gonna die? And at least you died in a better way than most people fucking die.
I don't know if that's true.
I don't think that's true at all.
That's a pretty yeah. To be
thing. The first 30 seconds of that incident must have been fucking hilarious because there's nothing quite as funny as an old person falling down an escalator.
Yeah, that's why she didn't get saved because everyone was just laughing.
And in her mind, she couldn't have thought it was that serious. You're like, oh, I'm kind of falling here. Oh, okay. Hey, you die. Next thing you know.
Yeah.
Didn't you see that puppy get his toes ripped off in the escalator?
Oh, I did see that.
Henry
saw that.
Henry saw that. Yeah, Henry, tell that story.
Oh God, it was
Make it long.
It wasn't even like a good. So it was like 4:30 in the morning at LAX. Everyone was a fuckface at LAX that morning, and we're like, I'm on that escalator coming up. There's this bitch behind me, like 3 down me, and like I heard her at the baggage, and they were like, "Ma'am, that's not a proper bag for your dog." And she's like, I couldn't bring my dog like that. And she's this fucking whore. And she's got this dog in the bag, and she puts it down on the escalator, and all of a sudden you hear, and you look, and the dog had its 2 or 3 of its toes ripped off by the escalator thread, and its blood is just everywhere, and she's screaming, and it cuts it, like, that stops the whole fucking line. Everyone's, like, freaking out, and this British man's like, someone's got to help her. And he, like, ran, like, down the thing and, like, started hopping on the escalator. He's like, stop the escalator! Stop the escalator! And then, like, she went and they pulled the dog out of it, and the dog was,
Fine.
the dog was a piece of shit, and so was the woman, and it was a bad scenario for everyone. It was a bad morning.
Yeah, modes of transportation seem to be very difficult. There was that woman who got torn in half with the elevator recently going up as well. Got to take the stairs.
Yeah, man. Cancel those meetings.
Here's what happened with the escalators, that the left side was working. Like, you know how on escalators, the handrails move with the escalator?
Right. Yeah.
The left side was working, but the right side wasn't. So the woman grabbed onto the right side, which wasn't moving along with the escalator. So she grabbed the right side, and it twisted her around, and that's how she fell. Yeah, it was a faulty escalator.
I'm falling. Help me! Oh, it just like it all happened over like 4 minutes.
Her and the Pintos Bean guy are best friends in heaven.
I just can't imagine like family members trying to explain to other family members how they died. How'd he die? It was beans. It was just the beans.
You know how Harry loved beans? Yeah. He died staring at what he loved.
Well, he had worked at the bean factory for 12 years.
Which is already sad as fuck.
Yeah. Working at the bean factory. Well, imagine what it's like for his kids.
Back to work again.
He probably hated pinto beans too. Every day he comes in all these fucking beans. Fucking beans. And the beans all ganged up.
Honey,
on him. Oh,
guess what I made you for dinner? Beans!
I bet his wife released a thing on him. She was so pissed at him.
Every night she's like, I swear to fucking Christ, if he brings home pinto beans again.
I would kind of like to imagine the Pinto Bean Factory is like the coolest place on earth.
Yeah,
like, it's like Willy Wonka.
No,
I bet
they're all like hanging out, like smoking dubs at the Pinto Factory.
And eating beans.
I actually imagine it's very bleak.
You think so?
At the bean factory?
most factories, I imagine, are bleak.
Yeah.
Any happy factory needs to be shut down.
Yeah, because it's not being productive.
But I mean, you gotta imagine in a pinto bean factory, someone's constantly playing congas or something.
Come on, baby, let me see you do that conga.
They're all just like barbecuing and drinking Coronas.
They have to drink Coronas.
And now we've got a segment from Holden McNeely.
So, yeah! We're doing Dictator of the World. What's your first 3 orders of business as Dictator of the World?
Holden, give us the rules.
All right, Dictator of the World. You're going to name your first 3 orders of business as Dictator of the World. We're going to go in 2s. We're going to vote on each person's 2s. And the winner is going to move on to round 2. We're going to do a little debate and find out who would be the best fictional Dictator of the World. I know, it's going to be tough.
You're accurate. All dictators are drunk.
Let's start with, let's do Ed and Ben.
First order of business, I'm putting a giant electric fence around Africa.
All right.
There's an ocean around Africa. What's that gonna do?
All right.
It's God's face. No, is that it?
It's a very scary place that needs to be kept.
Who wants them out of Africa?
Where is Africa going?
I don't know, but I would like to be a step ahead of the game here. So then after we're done with that fence, we're going to put a big old fence around India after that.
I didn't realize it was
I agree with you on
Tea
this.
Party activist.
I've played Street Fighter. I've seen Dawson.
Dangerous, man. Dangerous.
Yeah.
Number 3,
and then we're going to put a big fence around all of Korea and just let them, figure it out together. And that way we don't have to see, once you're in the fence, we're done with you.
You're just putting fences everywhere.
Well, I also want to help promote my new fence building business.
Inside job! This is bullshit!
There you go.
Government!
That's orders of business right there, Ben. What do you got to top it?
What do you got, Ben?
What are you going to do? You need votes, buddy.
Gonna get myself a show on TV.
Let him have his dream.
I don't know
one
what to
time it
do.
gets to be real.
1-800-EDFence.com.
What if we call that number? What if you called it Fenced Ed?
Too many letters.
No.
Number 2, Ben.
No, I don't even have a number 1. I don't want to be on TV. I don't.
Okay, so number 1 then. You
right.
get a do-over. We'll give you a mulligan on this one.
Women like me.
That's your first order of business.
Number 1. Women are forced to like me.
That is not enforceable.
All right.
It is
What's your
enforceable.
second order of business? Just get through this.
The men like me as well.
Okay, that's second order of
Women
business.
women and men like me.
What's your third order of business?
I want to put a fence around Africa. That's like something that we can agree on.
All right, so everyone's voting for Ed, right?
Essentially, yes.
No,
Raise your hands for Ben. Raise your hands for Ben. Ed.
Oh,
Raise
no,
your hands for
Jackie,
Ed.
you almost...
Raise your hands for Ed. All right. Ed wins the first round.
Yeah, Ed was better
Let's
than
do...
Congratulations, guys.
Absolutely.
We're one step closer.
I'm not a winner.
All right.
Should have said India. Fence around India. That's what.
Yeah, man, you're not good at doing good.
All right, Kevin and Amber. First three orders of business.
Kevin, what do you got?
Well, first of all children are trained in StarCraft and backflips from birth. That's the first thing.
There you go.
All right.
Number 2 is all children get breast implants at 5.
Okay.
Male and female?
Yes, male and
Absolutely. And third?
Third, I want all Cuban girls to have macaroni cheese nipples.
Okay.
All right.
I don't even know what that means, but okay.
Like it's a noodle, but with the cheese on it. That's what they're
it's
going
a
for.
swirly,
It's good for
swirly
sucking.
cheesy.
Okay. Amber.
Oh, man.
I like Kevin. right now.
First order of business. Everybody works in the restaurant industry for 1 year.
All right.
Everybody. There'd be less assholes on this earth. Second order of business. Every boss has to work the lowest position at the company 1 day a month.
These are a very reasonable idea.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah. Third order of business. Bless you, Jackie. Good music is played in line at the DMV.
All right. Number 3. Yeah.
All right, so everybody raise your hands if you want Kevin.
I mean,
I want Kevin.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. There's two really good-
Everyone's
I don't
gonna
wanna work-
have tits.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Everyone's
the
gonna have
thing.
tits. And
Everyone's gonna
I don't have
Think
to work.
about that for a
This is
second.
that is highly disturbing.
Cuban girls with tasty macaroni cheese.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
5-year-old boys with tits. I'm not down.
It would make a 5-year-old boy so much more tolerable if it had big fucking tits.
You're still.
You take them out to play football and watch them bounce.
All you're doing there is you are promoting pedophilia.
I'm not promoting pedophilia. I'm promoting little kids having tits.
Right. No, you don't have to fuck them. It just gives you a place to look at them.
Appreciation is the word.
And really, against Amber, I don't want to work for a year in the waitress.
And who's
or waiter
voting for
business.
Amber? Let's go. Who's going
I
to
vote for Amber. Ooh.
We got some independents.
3 v. Oh, you're going as well?
How did I lose that shit with my brilliant idea?
I'm with you, Kevin.
I was with you.
Racism!
All right, Amber moves on now. Jackie and Henry, what are your first 3 orders of business?
I'm gonna say, in terms of bridging a gap here,
I'm gonna make everything 3D.
Ooh, everything is
Everything is
3D.
3D.
Porn
everything is
and
already-
life and everything you want, everything is 3D like you feel it and you need it. So that's my first order.
Okay, everything's
So
3D.
everything's the same.
Okay. What's your second order?
Status quo. Status quo candidate.
Drunk woman, what's your second order of business?
Go ahead, you do your first order.
No, you got to do all 3, and then he does all 3.
All right. Second order of business. You can impregnate whoever you want, and you can have as many kids or not have kids as you want.
Say.
Yeah, you
Very
get
similar
them
to the
in,
same,
Or
yeah.
you get them out. You get them in, or you get them out.
here's where
And
it
then
gets
third
weird.
order of business is that you can coordinate sex with any kind of animal you want. You want a monkey child? You can have it.
Now, can you still
want
get
a
'em in and
shark
get 'em out?
Monkey? You can have it. You want a monkey goat? You can have it. Like
It's always monkey, though.
It's interesting, yeah. Monkey does seem to.
It's a monkey affair, and you
What happened to you in the last 5 minutes?
Where did you go? There's always a point where Jackie turns, and it's just so obvious
All right.
that
I got
she's trash.
drunk a few minutes ago.
Henry.
and monkey is the
On the mind.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Excuse me, my sister the monster. I would say,
Monkey.
All right, quick recap. What is Jackie's 3 orders?
Nothing.
of business?
They
She
don't
wants
have
the world to be
Okay,
just like it is.
But
and
she
then-
wants to fuck
but
monkeys.
want. Yeah, she wants to fuck monkeys.
Fine. Okay.
That's it.
this is what I gotta say is number 1, pizza donuts.
Yeah.
Number 2,
Absolutely.
Number 2, roast beef gum. Number 3, Daniel Day-Lewis has to play Batman in a far future version of Batman done by Christopher Nolan.
You're a loser.
Fucking listen to me. We pay him. Think about this fucking idea. We do this story from Dark Knight Returns. He comes back. He plays a 55-year-old Batman versus a 60-year-old Joker that's gonna kick fucking ass.
All right, so Henry wins, right?
Let's vote. Jackie. Who wants Jackie?
I win.
And who wants Henry?
There we go.
I win.
All right. So
Thank you guys. I didn't think I would win this fight, but I did, and I appreciate it. Like monkeys will fuck every human.
We're gonna have to get her off the
according to
stage.
me, and I appreciate it. Mia, Mia. You guys have a great night.
All right.
Yeah,
So
we're getting taken off by a giant hook, like off the stage.
now for the debate portion.
1-800, brought to you by 1-800-EDFence.com.
You can't sponsor the debate, Eddie. This whole thing is fixed.
So, Ed, Henry, and Amber, we'll start with a question for Ed. You guys can give a rebuttal. Ed, you've been known to be seen as monster-like by people. You are a brute. A disgusting smell emits around sort of any person.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs. Generally hot dogs wrapped in old pussy. And so, what do you have to say for the people?
It's just called bacon, isn't it?
What would you have to say to the people who make these comments, and what do you plan to do as dictator of the world to sort of be more personable, even though you reek?
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to explain to everyone why I smell like this. And it's because I'm eating hot dogs all goddamn day, wrapping myself in pussy, having a fucking blast of a time. You know, if you want to, I smell like happiness, to be honest with you. If you want to smell like sadness, you smell like books. And you smell like dust, and you smell like flowers. Okay? That's what it's like to be sad.
You miss Haiti.
Yeah. I mean, Haiti already has a fence that was built by the earthquake.
That's nice.
Now, Henry and Amber, you're both allowed to give a spontaneous rebuttal together.
I would have to say that I submitted that question. You're a monster, sir, and you cannot be dictator of my world.
Interesting.
Amber?
What would you say to the people, sir, that like to have a neat and organized life?
A neat and organized life. Well, there will be a place for you in Georgia.
In hell.
Yeah. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna fence Georgia up, and and if you're neat and organized, you can go fix Georgia and organize it and make it neat, and then we won't hear from you again.
There you go. So, Amber, your new policies are a little difficult, I think, for some people who are maybe not physically able to work in a restaurant or something like that. What do you say about the crippled, the little people, the hungry, or the monkeys?
Well, if you're hungry, you can work in a restaurant and get that sweet staff meal during the day. And if you're crippled, there's always a job we can find for you.
You could also put a lobster hat on them, stick it outside. They can hand people menus.
Right. Yeah, and they'd also be good chairs.
My big policy.
Don't help her out. Don't help her out, Eddie.
My big policy is less assholes in the world. We all have to understand that there's people here that want things, and less assholes.
All right,
All right, fantastic. And the rebuttal was you guys helping her.
Yeah,
so that's good.
It's a good idea. I'm actually going to make that a part of my plan now.
Very good. So Ed takes on part of her campaign.
Yeah. So I'm going to do all that too.
Fantastic.
Fences.
Now, Henry, some say your new food ethics will lead to terrible heart problems and deaths for the world if you start to force people to eat roast beef gum and donut
I'm not forcing
pizzas.
people. I'm just giving people good options. I mean, because when it comes down to it, it's like we can't be eating flax all day, right? This isn't communist China. This is America. We got to put some
pitching
flair in
flax
your
to me all night.
Listen,
last
bro,
night.
it's got nothing to do with my fucking diplomatic aim. All right, this is. I would say, all right, if it really came down to it, this is the diet I would prescribe in terms of being a happy American. Every day you wake up, you eat 2 hard-boiled eggs and a box of flax cereal, right? A couple bananas thrown in there. For lunch, pizza donut. Dinner at night, we have. Get this, French onion beer. French onion beer. We've got cake pizza. That's the opposite. It's a sweet pizza, just shape of a cake. It's actually a cake, but we call it cake pizza.
What the hell are you gonna do in the event of a massive sea monster attack?
This is what we'll do is, the only thing we can do, which is you take a nuclear bomb, you put 2 giant loaves of bread on both sides of it. You cover it, you slather it in mustard, raw onions, maybe some sprouts, right? Present it to said monster.
How many
Ring a lunch
sprouts
bell.
would that entail?
Gallons of sprouts, which is how you measure sprouts. And then you present it to the monster, you tell it it's lunchtime, and it's just like, wow, it's lunchtime. And you show him eating a pizza donut. You eat a pizza donut, it eats the thing, and then fucking blow up its fucking cock with the nuclear bomb.
I like that.
All right, well, who's voting for Ed?
Oh, are we just on to the vote now?
Yeah, on to the vote. I'm voting for Ed.
I got 2. All right.
I like his fence platform.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic.
And also how he steals everyone else's ideas.
Amber, who's voting for Amber?
Just me.
Just Amber?
That's cool.
Well, no, I'll vote for Amber.
Oh.
There you go.
No,
I'm the Ron Paul of this fake.
And who votes for Henry?
I vote for Henry.
Hail to the chief, he's the chief, and we should hail him. Hail to the chief, his name is Henry, and we love to pay you.
God, it feels good to win.
Welcome back, Henry.
All right. What are you going to enjoy as your celebration meal?
Oh, I can't wait for some rutabaga pasta, and then we're gonna get some ham cheese and some shoe leathers, which is like fruit leathers, but you can wear them on your feet.
Fantastic. All right.
Oh, great. Well, that's been the Roundtable. For Jack and Zebrowski, Ed Larson, Holden McNeely, Kevin Barnett, I'm Ben Kissel. Thank you, Amber.
Hey.
It was a good race. I thought you were going to win it.
Oh, thank you.
And our wonderful dictator, Henry Zebrowski. Thanks for being here.
Heil me! Is that weird? Is that touchy to do?
Yeah.
No, it's fine. And Bart just parks there. You were good. You were good.
You were awesome, Ben. I love you.
I love you.
I love all of you.
Good new joke, Ben.
Thank you,
It
Ed.
was a really good new joke.
Can we hear it again real quick before we leave?
I mean, I don't want to say it, but it's just kind
Come
of
on,
funny.
Ben.
I mean, Snooki's
Come on,
pregnant,
buddy.
You know, we all know Snooki's pregnant right now. And it's just I was just thinking about this, Kev. You know what the difference is between Snooki's womb and a dumpster in Atlanta? You know,
What's the difference?
there's an alive baby in the dumpster.
yeah.
I mean, isn't it weird? Isn't it wild? Isn't it weird? Isn't it now? What a show! What a show! Let's get drunker next time.
Ended it with a bang.
Yeah.